Trump has had his eye on Greenland. I think he's serious about Greenland. Trump Jr. and Charlie Kirk were over there doing a tour. And he's saying it's for national security. When you look at Greenland on the map,
Someone said Trump after annexing Greenland. Yo.
Trump, I think he's serious about Greenland. I think he's trolling Justin Trudeau for Canada, trying to make Canada 51st nation, 51st state, which, by the way,
Wait, Canada wanted to do that? Or
No,
Justin
no.
Trudeau? Oh.
Justin Trudeau has to step down. Prime Minister of Canada has to step down. And Trump keeps calling Canada, hey, we'll give you guys a governor and make you guys the 51st state.
That's awesome. They'd be bigger than Texas?
They'd be bigger than Texas.
That'd be
I would
awesome.
like to know how my Canadians feel about that, for the record.
I'm sure they would love it.
But he seems serious. So I think that's trolling, but he seems serious about Greenland. He's saying it's a national defense thing. Go ahead and play this thing.
He said, what?
Play it.
Okay.
Well, we need Greenland for national security purposes. I've been told that for a long time, long before I even ran. I mean, people have been talking about it for a long time. You have approximately 45,000 people there. People really don't even know if Denmark has any legal right to it. But
So Greenland was a colony at one point of Denmark, and technically it's still a territory of Denmark. Now, when you look on a map, it looks like Greenland is literally like across. It's right splat in the middle between Denmark and the United States.
Doesn't Greenland have the highest rates?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up. So this is how it lays out. So if you look,
Wow.
right, and so
I got to admit, never looked at a world map from like the top down view.
well,
and kind
I
of
mean,
forgot that like
if you
Russia's
let-
above us and not that way.
Yeah, if you let the flat earthers tell it, like, this isn't the real map anyway.
Oh,
so
that's fair.
so yeah, so we're here,
Oh, I didn't realize
and and Greenland is splat in the middle,
Zach's learning about geography today.
right?
And now I'm figuring out why we
not
bought Russia.
like across like that. It's splat in the middle, and so some people say Greenland's like the the eastern.
Is it this big?
It's huge. Greenland's huge, and there's not much there.
It's bigger than Alaska?
Yeah, it's really big, and it is not much there. People joke and say Greenland should be named Iceland, and Iceland should be named Greenland.
Yeah,
because,
I know that.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. Okay, let me cut back. Let me see the suicide rate thing.
Okay.
Do they have indigenous people there?
And that's what they're saying. They're saying like there's indigenous people there that want no parts of this, and have their own whole.
We can give them a corner. We've done it before.
So is it? Shout out to the Canadians in the house. Marcy said, as a Canadian myself, while many of us are fans of the U.S., we want to continue to be our own country. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not mad at that.
you'd give it up because we need it for national security. That's for the free world. I'm talking about protecting the free world. You look at.
I think he's serious about this because I think he's thinking long term. I'm excited to bring you guys our very first 3-day conference called the Bless God Summit, happening March 27th, 28th, 29th in Southern California. And at this conference, we'll have your very own Preston Perry.
Me as an evangelist, I've made it up in my mind that I'm not going to leave people with an excuse not to serve Jesus.
Dr. Sean McDowell.
If there's one thing Christians should care about, it's truth.
Our vision with this conference is to equip, empower, and inspire people to do the work of the ministry that God has for them in this time. And at this conference, we'll have your very own Alan Parr and his wife, Jim Parr.
The number one reason, people want to get divorced because they want to find someone else who can make them happy. Now, what they don't realize, they're chasing the wind.
John McCrae from What Do You Mean?
What you may be shocked, or you may not be shocked to know, is that the majority of Christians in America, they don't know how to articulate the message of the gospel to non-believers.
Lila Rose.
Love and marriage go together, that sex and marriage go together, that sex can bring life into the world, and that's an amazing thing, that's not a bad thing.
Trizzle Fitness.
Most people fail at dieting because they're just trying to lose weight too fast. What are you in such a rush for?
But where a lot of people get stuck is figuring out what it looks like to walk in that. And so these 3 pillars of our conference will be covering everything from apologetics to family in the home and the marketplace, and how you can lean into those 3 pillars to discover your calling on this side of eternity.
I think he's like, I'm about to, first of all, I'm old. I'm about to pass. I'm getting my second chance at a presidency after a 4-year break. So I got to think about everything.
Yeah.
And instead of just being buddy with the world, with the country and the world, I'd rather just swing for the fences. What have we been talking about for 50 to 75 years.
And then, but this, he goes down in history for this. If he actually acquires a new territory.
So it's a little bit of the ego too.
Yeah, this is craziness. Go ahead.
You don't even need binoculars. You look outside, you have China ships all over the place. You have Russian ships all over the place. We're not letting that happen. We're not letting it happen. And if Denmark wants to get to a conclusion, but nobody knows if they even have any right, title, or interest. The people are going to probably vote for independence or to come into the United States. But if they did do that, then I would tariff Denmark at a very high level.
This kind of genius.
Oh man, hold on for your seats.
Wait.
It's all starting in a couple weeks.
But if Greenland becomes a territory, is talking about being a state or a territory?
There's a lot of natural minerals there. I don't know. I would assume it's maybe initially a territory than a state.
It's just easier.
Yeah.
But then everyone there immediately just gets citizenship
Maybe,
and benefits of the United States.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, I'm below the poverty level. I get to take some.
Yeah.
Like I'll just get some of that. What's it called? That financial aid,
Yeah.
whatever that you guys got over at the United States.
The question is, so Crystal made a great point on Breaking Points. And she said, you know, with Trudeau being forced to step down, this is the end of the neoliberal area, which I agree with. But the question is, like, are the MAGA folks who are like, no new wars, no interventionist policies, you gonna go take Greenland?
Because that's
what does that mean?
completely interventionist.
That's intervention.
Is it war with Denmark? Is that who?
Denmark ain't gonna war in the
They're
United
just
States.
giving it up. It's just hostile. It's hostile
It's
behavior.
hostile. You're just trying to take stuff. You know?
I'm kind of here for it.
I know you're here for it.
Wait, no. You don't know that. I'm processing live.
You're processing live.
Okay, because I like the shtick that we get to be like, yo, Trump was the only president in a long time that didn't have a war. That's pretty cool. You know, we don't regret Alaska.
And but there was a lot of controversy about Alaska initially. They thought it was a bad investment, and it turned out really good for us.
Okay, so we don't regret it. And is Greenland cool enough to like vacation to?
Oh no, man.
Could we move the Best Cloud headquarters?
No, we're not moving.
You could be close to the motherland. Yeah, I think you know what? That is not cool. Is leave Greenland in the ocean.
Canada.
Oh, I would take Canada.
You take Canada.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, this is crazy. The fact that we're talking about this as Americans is insane. Oh, I would take Canada.
It's so privileged.
This is insane. Our Canadian people are so mad at us right now. The fact that we're just flippantly like, oh, I'll take Canada. Like, that's craziness, bro.
You know, the only one I think which we still get flamed for. Do we get flamed for taking Alaska still?
No, that was a purchase between
We
Russia.
definitely still get flamed for taking Hawaii.
Yeah.
We're kind of doing all those people real dirty.
Yep. Yeah,
But it was
that's
the
kinda
same
messed
thing,
up.
right? It was the same thing.
Yeah.
And they became a state.
They became a state. Props to Alaska. And Hawaii.
Greenland is pretty crappy. Dang.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right? I'll see you over there. Peace.